Well, we've had the doctor who's checked the engines out. Now we've got a therapist. This is Naomi.
Hi.
She is going to dive under the boat and see if we can work out if there's any shell under the transducer. She asked me two questions. Where is the transducer?
Where is it?
I've got no idea. It's under the boat somewhere. And the other question she asked was, I said, could you do... No, I don't know what the other question was. Anyhow, she's going to...
No, she said, was it on port or starboard side?
Oh, that's correct.
But that's okay. We know it's underneath the boat. That's
I'm going to ask you this question. We've been having not an argument, a discussion. Why don't we just call on a boat the left-hand side or the right-hand side? Why do we call it port or starboard? Makes no difference.
No, I mean, I suppose it might be to differentiate. You know how, like, in normal life, it's your left and right, whereas on a boat, it's very specifically like port, starboard,
That makes
stern
no
and
sense
bow.
at all.
Told ya.
No, but you're asking me a question. Let me finish my answer. So,
Dressed down by the diver.
so that you then specifically know that someone is talking about the left-hand side of the boat, not like, oh, on the left of me. I would think anyway. Because if you're on a boat, you might be in like a very like sticky situation where like you need to, you know, everything has to be precise, like shit's gonna go down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that would be my theory.
I don't know what you mean, but it's a very good theory. But
Thank you.
I agree with you.
This is women's logic, which is better than men's logic. She says exactly the same. I say that makes no difference whether you call it starboard or port. It's universal. Everyone in the world know which is your left side or your right side. You don't have to think about starboard or port. Doesn't matter if you're facing that way. If I want the boat to stern to go to the right, I say kick it to the right.
Are we paying Naomi by the hour?
Yes.
No, just for the job, it's fine. But no, I think though, so that if someone, supposing the skipper was like, I need the decky to do something now before this goes horribly wrong, then they say starboard, and there's no question of like, oh, does he mean to his right, or like they know without question that they mean.
They just know starboard. You say starboard, you go to the right side of the boat.
But if he was to say on the right, you
right.
might have a second or two of going, does he mean to his right or does he mean to the right of the boat?
Means the way the boat's
But see, we're discussing this now because I wouldn't necessarily know. Are you talking about yourself? Whereas like that, you got a specific word and you know without question that they mean to the right-hand side of the boat, not to the right-hand side of them.
I know specifically if someone says go to the right, I know that's the right-hand side. What?
That's you, but not maybe everybody doesn't.
Well, so someone who's standing on a boat wouldn't know
Simple
which is the right-hand side of the boat. That's the right-hand side of the boat.
Yeah, I know, but if you say to the right, that person, it would just take maybe a little bit longer to go, oh, hang on, which do they mean? Do they mean their right or the right of the boat? Whereas if you have port and starboard, there's no question.
There is exactly the same question. Naomi. Anyhow, it's delightful to enter into a meaningful
debate.
discussion, a robust but respectful. So thank you very much.
No worries.
Now, Naomi is kidding up. I'll tell you one thing I wouldn't like to do is dive under the boat and do this. She got my full admiration for it.
Sitting in an office, that way.
That's
Well,
true.
I'm not sure about that. If I'm not sure about that,
I like to be moving.
I do admire you for doing it.
I eat
And
a lot of chocolate.
so there's a GoPro. See if you can find it and show us if there was anything on it.
Yeah.
And if it has a transducer.
If it has a transducer. So
It's cold.
Now, do you know, is this going to be one of those little round ones or is it going to be
I think a round
just
one.
a little round one? Okay.
You're not taking a tank?
No, not for this.
Good God. How extraordinary.
It's just easier than, sometimes it's more hassle to put
You
it
can
all on.
hold your breath, do all that?
Yeah.
That's extraordinary.
I might have to come up when I'm finding it, but when I go to clean it.
Righto.
It's only going to take me, not long.
Well, I've noticed a woman, Naomi, diving under the boat without any breathing apparatus. I couldn't hold my breath. I couldn't get actually under it until the salt
What about
water.
the sharks?
What?
What about the sharks? And the resident crocodile?
Yeah, I've got a feeling hasn't worried Naomi, or else she wouldn't be here.
She's a trooper.
Extraordinary. So she's taken the GoPro so we can see if we've got a transducer. You want a hand out?
Oh no, well, good.
Oh, well. What a start.
So yeah, I don't know if there's going to be another issue, but it's worth, you know, ticking